All right, good evening, everybody. I'd like to call to order the Village Board meeting for Monday, September 22nd, 2025. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Johnson?
Here.
Trustee Lapijanis?
Here.
Trustee Andalou?
Here.
Trustee Wilbrandt?
Here.
Trustee Price?
Here.
Trustee Eska?
Trustee Price, could you please lead us in the pledge?
Please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Moving on to approval of the agenda. Any additions, corrections, or deletions to tonight's agenda as drafted? Seeing no changes suggested, I'd entertain a motion to approve the agenda as drafted.
So moved.
Motion?
Second.
Second by Trustee Alabajanis. Any additional discussion or comment? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to President's report, I have none. Moving on to reports and questions from trustees and working groups, starting with Trustee Anderling.
Just the agenda.
Thank you. Trustee Alabajanis.
Just the agenda.
Trustee Johnson.
Agenda is fine.
Trustee Price.
No report.
Trustee Wilbrandt.
Every week I think of something and I forget what it was. Nothing tonight until it comes up again.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Thank you. Joe, anything from the team?
First Street improvements, just looking for some direction and guidance on whether or not the board, or staff memo was sent out today. I apologize that this was not on the agenda as a formal item, but we're just looking for some guidance on whether or not to include the bump outs into the engineering or not.
Since the pylons have been put up, have you gotten any feedback?
No, we have not had any calls to Village Hall or the police department, best of my knowledge.
Have we repaired any of them?
No,
Nobody's hit them?
no, not that I'm aware of.
I don't know if anybody hit him, but you know, swayed. But my neighbors actually okay with them, and they didn't. You know, they think it might help. So I'm okay going forward with them. So.
Chief, have we had any issues with welcome, have we had any issues with the bump outs themselves, the temporary bump outs?
No.
Any feedback?
No feedback, no problems reported,
No damage?
no damage. We say that out loud.
The only question I got was, are those tall things going to stay? And I'm
No.
like, no, I know the answer. But I said no, they were just, and they said, oh, that might work, you know. So
Do the curbs get painted so they're more visible that there's a curb there now and there wasn't before?
Yeah, because all those immediate corners are always no parking.
So they'll be yellow
Yeah.
fluorescent?
I should go.
Okay, so I'll take that as direction to include in the engineering.
Trustee Wilbrandt, you're not seeing any changes on your side? 1 second.
I still don't really know how I feel about it and if we'll actually do something at such a cost. But it's encouraging to hear that we haven't had any problems, any issues, and the neighbors don't hate it.
Yeah.
But at a significant cost, I don't know if I fully vote for it, but.
Okay. Do you have the guidance you need?
Would a speed bump work by that stop, that one area?
We talked about a stop sign at Edwards and First. Is that still being considered?
Chief, they're evaluating, police department is evaluating that based on some of the traffic counts.
I mean, I think to me, that's a definite. We should, if we can.
Yeah, for the kids.
Right.
Now that the fest is over and school is fully back in session, Sergeant Breon is doing the traffic and pedestrian counts next week.
Okay,
Brought a bunch of kids over. Yeah.
awesome. Okay, thank you, Chief. Thanks. Joe, anything else?
No, that's all I have.
Okay. Moving on to questions from the audience. This is an opportunity for those in attendance to address the board on items that are both on the agenda and not on the agenda. So we have two folks who have registered to speak. First one is Shannon Cowell. Shannon.
Hi everyone, thank you for the opportunity to allow me to speak with each of you tonight. Many times when folks come up, they're here because they're in opposition of something. Maybe there's something going on in the town that they don't particularly care for, and they want to voice their concerns. But tonight, that's not why I'm here. Many of us are here because we are actually in support of one of the proposals on the redevelopment space of Fox Trading Post, and that is Foxwood Homes and Foreign Cabinetry. It's not by mistake that she has such an amazing following with her studio. She which development will be utilizing this space, that you are taking voice of the community into consideration. It's not by accident that folks are writing letters and coming to speak week after week. It's because they truly believe in this vision, in this development, and they truly feel that this is the right fit for this community. Not only me and other residents that have written letters, but also folks within the community that have local businesses are also very interested in seeing Boxwood's expansion. We, as a community grassroots effort led by Squaw Blue Tammy, was able to solicit feedback and get signatures from 20 different business owners here on the strip. And I just want to make sure that everyone has a copy of this, just in case you did not receive the email, that there's a lot of excitement in this town for this development. We truly feel that this is the right fit. I want to make sure that everyone has a copy. Thank you so much. Lastly, what I want to say is that this is a very important moment right now. And then I do ask that you do take into consideration, what is the community saying? This is an awesome gift that they're giving you, the outpour of support, this vision. I also ask that you work collaboratively with them. If there's something about the building design itself that you'd like to see enhanced, work with them. They have a really proven success record, and we know that this is going to be fantastic for the community. So that I encourage each and every one of you that when you do go to vote for this, vote with courage to do something different in this community. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we have Lauren and Rod Perrine.
Thank you for listening to me again. I was a firm believer, I want to make sure I ask all the questions. And when I left the board meeting, hoping this process works. And there's a hard process of navigating, and I always want to make sure I come back. And so when we said that we could go up to Billy Pride Way, and I did email President Nelson, he did say that send over what you want to do, and then maybe you can use comments. But I just want to make sure before we do all this, like, what exactly does that look like, And maybe you can give me that feedback. Do we have to have drawings? Do we need to submit, new RFP number? Obviously the ask will change, but we just aren't sure. Before we put all this into it, we don't want to miss out. So we want to make sure we're asking the right questions, and I'm really looking for clarity. Or one to see. Is that feedback or just present?
So to start, I mean, ideally, what your vision was would have been included in the initial RFP packet.
Right.
If you've reconsidered, you can certainly submit that to the village manager, which I think was part of the communication. I think really it's what you would like to do. And, the board has ideas, but I don't know if there's a single vision, which is why the RFP process was so important. That's why those initial proposals and the presentations were so important, because it gave us a sense of, hey, we'd like to do this. In the past, when we've had other vacant parcels, we went a different route. We essentially put up a for sale sign and waited for folks to come to us with proposals. We vetted them, took some time usually, and we tried to work with these folks to test their finances, but it was really waiting for them to come forward with a proposal. This one, we asked for a number of them at once, but again, the idea is to see what the private sector wants to do with the parcel and have the board then evaluate whether or not they think that's desirable and practical and something that can actually be pulled off. So I think that's really where the board's coming from. So it really is what you and Rod think you could make work there. And then the board just has to make that decision. Now, it's a little unorthodox to kind of shift midstream, but if you do have some adjustments that you think the board would benefit from seeing and that may change the course of what happens, then submit that. But it'd be hard for us to prescribe to you what you need to do. But certainly I think what would be necessary is for you to include that vision, a description of it, and a pro forma. This is how you're going to finance it. This is what you would need from the municipality to pull it off. Next month, a lot more than likely. So you have time. Yeah, and you can always speak with Manager Cavallero or Director Scott. They can give you their feedback. Thank you, Lauren. All right, moving on to consent agenda items A through Z. Is there a desire by any board member to remove any of the items from tonight's consent agenda? Seeing no changes, I'd entertain a motion to approve consent agenda items A through C.
Motion.
Motion,
Second.
second by trustee Anderly. Any additional discussion or comment? Hearing none, Madam Clerk.
Trustee Lapijanus?
Aye.
Trustee Andalay?
Aye.
Trustee Wilbrandt?
Aye.
Trustee Price?
Aye.
Trustee Johnson?
Aye.
All ayes, motion carries. Moving on to resolutions and ordinances, item A. Ordinance amending municipal code Title III, Chapter 3 of the Village of West Dundee Code, Sales Tax. Joe, I'm going to hand it over to you to kick
Yeah,
this off.
pursuant to some ongoing dialogue with the Department of Revenue and through the Attorney's Office, there was some changes that have been noticed up from the Department of Revenue on a statewide basis based on the recent grocery tax implementation. There were some changes made in the state code back in 1999 that amended the statutory requirements. And so Attorney Orr has put together an ordinance that reflects those needed changes within our code related to sales tax, home rule tax, and grocery tax.
So it's housekeeping.
Absolutely, housekeeping.
Okay.
The Department of Revenue has been extraordinarily helpful. In all the towns that I've worked with on this, they went through their entire code, and they had suggestions of cleanup of the code of changes since 1999 that I never recognized were still there. So it's a
Interesting.
good thing.
Okay,
It's a good
thank you very much. Comments or questions? Trustee Price, would you care to make this motion? Thank you.
Move to approve an ordinance amending municipal code Title III, Chapter 3 of the Village of West Dundee sales tax.
Motion.
Second.
Second by trustee Alapajanis. Any additional discussion or comment? Hearing none, Madam Clerk.
Trustee Price?
Aye.
Trustee Johnson?
Aye.
Trustee Lapijanus?
Aye.
Trustee Andalay?
Aye.
Trustee Wilbrandt?
Aye.
All ayes, motion carries. Moving on to item B, resolution authorizing a stipulation and settlement agreement between the Village of West Dundee and Eric Abrokta. In the absence of trustee Yuska, Joe, can you just give us a 30-second overview?
Sure. As the board is aware, we had a slight encroachment on the adjacent property in addition, when constructing the Canterfield Park. This settlement agreement ends the litigation and the condemnation suit that the village brought about for the 2,000 square feet on the corner impingement. Hitchcock Design Group is participating in this settlement. It is $70,000, of which Hitchcock is contributing $20,000 towards.
Comments or questions? Hearing none. Trustee Price, would you care to make this motion?
Move to adopt a resolution authorizing the stipulation and settlement agreement between the Village of West Dundee and Eric Obrachada.
Motion.
Second.
Second by trustee Johnson. Any additional discussion or comment? Hearing none. Madam Clerk?
Trustee Price?
Aye.
Trustee Johnson?
Aye.
Trustee Lapijanus?
Aye.
Trustee Andalay?
Aye.
Trustee Wilbrandt?
No.
Okay. 4 ayes, 1 nay, motion carries. Moving on to item C, 818 West Main Street, ordinance approving a redevelopment agreement by and between the Village of West Dundee and AOVO Ventures Incorporated. Trustee Price.
Sure. This is the old KFC restaurant that's been vacant for, I don't know, more than a decade, probably a couple of decades. And Van's Frozen Custard and Yogurt, that I think we're all familiar with, along the bike trail in East Dundee, is moving to this location. They're projecting an investment of almost 1.4 million, of which 480,000 will be going towards improvement of the building and the site. And so this is a incentive agreement and redevelopment an agreement with them. The amount of $60,000, they'll get 20,000 at certificate of occupancy, and then the remaining 40 they'll get over a period based on the tax increment change based on the improvements.
Comments or questions? Hearing none. Trustee Price.
Move to approve an ordinance approving a redevelopment agreement by and between the Village of West Dundee and ALVO Ventures, Inc.
Motion.
Second.
Second by trustee Alvajanis. Any additional discussion or comment? Hearing none. Madam Clerk?
Trustee Price.
Aye.
Trustee Johnson.
Aye.
Trustee Lapadianis.
Aye.
Trustee Andalink.
Abstain.
Trustee Wilbrand.
Aye.
Okay, 4 ayes, 1 abstention, motion carries. Moving on to unfinished business item A. Northeast corner Route 72 and Sleepy Hollow Road, review of revised concept plan for the Pulte development. So this is coming back to us because there was a slight revision based on some poor soils that were sampled.
Underlying some conditions, we have, and there's your corn, here,
Yeah. So Matt, the board's had the benefit of seeing, I think, the global view of this. If you just want to highlight the change, and then we can just give you feedback on that.
Yeah. So we were in front of you, by the way, Matt Crowley, I'm Director of the Title Pulte here in Chicagoland. We were in front of you in July with the site plan you're looking at there. That was about midway through our due diligence on this project. We knew that there were some spots, there's that spot there in yellow, with some poor soils that were, it was a fill that just wasn't compacted. I think it goes down 20-some feet. Which would make it very, very, very difficult for us to fill that up and then excavate for foundations for homes with basements. So we went back to the drawing board, and honestly, there's some differences between the two site plans that really afforded us an opportunity to come up with something unique and a little bit different for the site by moving houses away from that area and making that area more of our detention. So it doesn't have to meet the compacted fill requirements. And basically all of that area now is housed in the central detention that you see there. A couple key notes that are different from the last plan that were called out in the staff report is that there are 2 additional lots in here, which help to balance the financing for us in our budget with the soils. And then we did also eliminate the possible future right-of-way connection off to the east to the parcel in City Hall. With that, I do think it's an improved site plan where we have 2 cul-de-sacs that kind of utilize, or at least visually utilize, the open space. We'll activate that with some sort of trail or passive amenity there. You can see the little circle seating area, gazebo in the middle that we have designed. But really, if you look back at the other plan, we were struggling to find purpose for the open space in the middle. And I think we found that by way of this redesign.
Okay, so again, we are deciding whether to remand this again to P and Z, just based on the revision that was made because of the poor soils. Comments or questions for the Pulte team?
I like the plan. It looks like more than half the homes will back up or have across the street open space, so that's nice. My only thing is, I guess I'd still like to see that connection to the property to the east. So if we could bring that back, that would be great. But otherwise, I think it works.
Any other comments? Okay, Trustee Price, you have the floor.
I move to refer the revised development concept consisting of 84, perhaps 83 for sale detached single-family homes on approximately 34 acres at the northeast corner of Route 72 and Sleepy Hollow Road to Planning and Zoning and Appearance Review Commission for formal review and consideration.
Motion.
Second.
Second by trustee Alvajanis. Any additional discussion or comment? Hearing none. Madam Clerk?
Trustee Price.
Aye.
Trustee Johnson.
Aye.
Trustee Lapadianis.
Aye.
Trustee Andalink.
Aye.
Trustee Wilbrand.
Aye.
All ayes, motion carries. Good luck to you. Moving on to new business item A, recommendation to reduce the Bonkoski Road speed limit. This is unattributed. Would this be something under?
Yeah, this was, I sent a note, unfortunately, this was a placeholder anticipating a recommendation for a reduced speed limit. We didn't get that out of the county's evaluation, and so this was just an inadvertent agenda item. My
Okay.
apologies.
That's okay. All right. Anything else the board wishes to discuss tonight?
Just one.
Motion to strike that or anything?
Just, I was just looking over this. This is a lot of the businesses in our So, thank you for pulling that together, and again, I don't want to rehash it, but I think the concept is good. The costs are about a half of what is being asked for versus the other proposal. It's owner occupied, and I know the quality is gonna be there, so, I'd encourage, and if anybody wants to talk about it more, feel free, or feel free for those guys.
Thank you, trustee Johnson.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion,
Second.
second by trustee Alpagianis. Any additional discussion or comment? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We are adjourned.